Oh boy. Here we go.
Welcome back aboard the Hammer of Peace. This is Gamicles. This is going to be episode 1 of the Road to Solo Cadet Difficulty 7. Still workshopping the name, it sucks right now. But what you just saw me do was psyching myself up to attempt this, because this is attempt 1. We are going down to Vandalon 4. This was during the campaign to liberate Troost. And how this challenge is working, as I am, building the skill to be capable of completing this challenge. I am going with cadet level loadout, which means stratagems accessible to a cadet, so levels 1 through 7, and limiting myself to only the first page of the free war bond. In this case, the only purchases being used are the Infiltrator armor set, the expendable anti-tank rocket, and the anti-material rifle. Everything else is your basic starter equipment, so also not even any health pod optimizations. And this is mostly going to be me going through the mission. Once again, attempt 1. I will periodically be coming in and doing a little bit of analysis and commentary, both for entertainment and education. Education for me and hopefully others, but also entertainment. And finally, if anyone else sees this and wants to comment and help tell me how not to suck, I would appreciate the comments. But here we go.
Gotta admit, I'm a little nervous. This doesn't look very good. A little bit worried about this.
So as I'm busy getting settled, I'm also going to mention the only purchased stratagem is the Eagle Strike, which in preparing for this challenge, I was so very glad is available to cadet levels, because it is one of my favorite stratagems, even though it is available so early. If I couldn't use Eagle Airstrike for this, I'd be heartbroken. Probably the only one I would be more disappointed in not having access to might be the anti-material rifle, because that's just fun. But yeah, I'm very glad I have that. Also, the only other one is the free orbital airstrike or orbital precision strike that we all start with.
Okay, good. Oh wait, what am I thinking? I can't carry that map. It's a sword, but I can't do that. Okay. Anyway, that's all. Sounds fine.
And starting to go back to earlier level equipment, I started to remember how fun the scope is on the Liberator is to work with, and also how fun just the stealth style with the sniper setup really is.
Just the one. Why are there's 2 hell bombs right there? Oh, this is ice. It's even easier. I think anyone heard that.
So one of my earlier thoughts in reviewing back to this is, although technically I am doing a good job not being seen, because this mission is also on a timer, I'm also technically being a little bit too hesitant. It's just a balance that I believe I'll get better with as time, learning where you gotta be stealthy and where you gotta push the speed. There are times where you can be sprinting around and confident you won't be seen. Other times where you absolutely need to slow down. I can tell I just haven't quite picked that. There are times where you realize you gotta dive in and be very decisive and hit hard or move fast. And I feel, looking back, I could have been moving quicker, even this early. Here I was beginning to figure out the right concept of how to approach a big base like this. I didn't fully capitalize on it. Once again, something you learn through experience and coming back like this and reanalyzing what you've done. But the idea of whittling it down, hit and run attacks can work for whittling down a base like this. What I feel I needed to do was, when I decided to engage, hit harder and take out more bots, and then break off, contact, relocate, wait for things to cool down, and then go in, hit harder again. A lot of the times I went in, it's going to be a recurring issue, but often when I went in, looking back, I don't think I hit them as hard as I could have. So not as decisive and moving as quickly and efficiently as I potentially could have looking back.
No bot drops. Guys there. Those might be commissars. Me. But that guy looks scary. Me just do this.
Also, I had only recently started fighting bots more, especially wanting to move more towards using the anti-material rifle. Most of my time had been spent fighting bugs, so that didn't help either.
Oh no. I got one off. Ooh. That's not good. That's not good. Run.
Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, this was my very first time ever being on this planet. I'm only here because this was during the major order to liberate Troost, and this was along the way. We had to liberate Vandalon 4 first. So I've never been on an ice planet, I don't believe, but definitely never on this one. And all these hills or glaciers in the way was throwing off what I was accustomed to. From most planets other than, what was it, the Crimsica, I believe? Is that the one with the bugs that also had lots of hills that made you do lots of running around? Maybe there was another one, I think. Crimsica had the giant valleys that you also had to run around but didn't block visibility. This is an instance where learning both the limitation of the weapon and my aiming ability, along with how I could have moved closer, probably should have, once again looking back, probably should have moved in closer before I try to take those shots to pick off those guards.
They're still shooting at that last position they saw. I think anyone was over there to see me.
Yeah, we're over 8 minutes into this mission and I haven't even gotten inside the base yet. I definitely haven't learned that proper balance of staying out of sight until you decide to hit and then hitting hard and fast and breaking engagement. I really should have knocked out more guys by now. Because other than a little bit respawning from the factories, if you whittle them down, they don't respawn aggressively, especially not guards and such. So if every time I came in and hit, I took out some guards, used some airstrikes to take out a factory, after a few rounds of hitting this base, it could have been mostly cleared and then I could have got in and hit the objective. This is only the first stratagem I've thrown inside that base.
Firing orbital strike. Eagle 1 rearming.
And then definitely did the right thing there. Threw them in, hit hard, and then ran out, disengaged, reset, so that way I could try to do it again. So there I think I made a good call. It was just I was taking too long to get to doing tactics like that.
There's so many in there. There's guys coming. I have a bad feeling about how this is gonna work.
In there I was letting the fact that there were so many in there intimidate me, make me hesitate, instead of remembering what I hadn't quite learned it, so I couldn't remember it, but not taking advantage of what I just mentioned of taking some of them out and whittling them down, and just not think about how many there are at any one time, just how many can I take out. Also, tactically, knowing there were multiple hell bombs in the ice nearby, I hadn't quite taken advantage of that the proper way, not as early as I could have. Liberator really does have such a good scope.
Oh no. Oh no. Very much not good. Oh, what's that?
You know, I probably should have checked my map several more times by now just to confirm there was nothing around a corner like that. Those guys over there.
They're just standing there.
Oh, please don't tell me I engaged them. I don't remember.
What's going on?
Please, past Gamicles, do not engage them.
Yes. I can't go that way.
Okay, good. I already had enough coming this way. I didn't need more heat.
They actually know I'm here.
This is Eagle 1. We're back in business.
Make us snowball? What? Oh dear.
Yeah, when I started to notice that they weren't moving on me, I should have gotten out of the area earlier. Their little search pattern eventually did find me and gets me awful close to these other bots that can be alerted.
They know.
Yeah, looking back now, I think that call to not leave the area when that static patrol didn't notice me and that search party hadn't found me yet, I should have dipped out right there. Because from what I remember, I think everything just went downhill after that. I'm also starting to realize that the heat rockets probably weren't the most useful for this. Can't remember offhand what other stratagem I could have brought in as a replacement, but for robots, unless you're super worried about a tank or you want to hit an objective from distance, the rockets don't have as much use as they might for the bugs. A lot of the heavy enemies here, being able to just shoot them in the face with an anti-material rifle solves a lot of problems without the heat rocket.
Unleashing democracy.
No!
Deploying replacement.
Okay.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Joining the fray.
Because this was before the anti-material rifle buff, I didn't have the 30% extra damage, but considering the reason this mission fails, I believe, is because of just lots of strategic judgment calls I made, and I don't think the extra damage could have doubled the damage and probably wouldn't have saved me. That's where it's about the Helldiver and not the equipment. you don't know how to use the equipment, all the best stuff in the world won't help you. Part of why I want to do these cadet challenges to force me to learn the enemies and the game and increase my skills, so that way when I use the higher level stuff, I can better discover how to use it. Sometimes going back to the basics can make you aware of how good all the new stuff really is.
Not today!
Grab the wrong weapon. This is a little scary.
Oh yeah, I think I almost died there. That's what I was saying. I grabbed the wrong weapon. I didn't switch properly. Nearly cost me my life again. Oh, that was actually a good shot. I don't land ones like that against those guys very often.
Yep.
Sending down equipment package.
Yeah, we are far into the mission for me not to have completed this first objective yet. Definitely was not making good judgment calls on when to engage, how hard to hit, when to break contact, how far to move when I relocate.
Main objective near your position. Firing orbital strike.
Yeah, for something like this, throwing in that stratagem, taking out several guards nearby, and then immediately running out, disengaging, circling around to the other side, probably would have been way better. But instead, I camped here. And yet another moment where I could have turned things around, but I made a decision that I believe further allowed things to go downhill. And if I remember right, it nosedives hard because of this call to not relocate. Yeah, there's patrol coming now. I'm cut off. At this point, probably should have bailed over that wall or something just to get out and move. But I didn't.
Keep liberty.
Backed myself into a corner with light armor and a sniper rifle.
Freedom never sleeps!
There, at least I was demonstrating that I had learned a little bit of how to shoot the rifle better, so at least props there. See, even though tactically I shouldn't have been here right now because I kind of backed myself into a corner, for the moment I'm at least doing well. And then that.
Request approved. Deploying
At least for like a good 30 seconds there, I was doing some good work.
Ready to liberate.
reinforcement budget running low.
Here, I think I start getting lost in the sauce. I just keep making more and more bad decisions, and I even miss dropping in on the fabricator.
Throwing grenade!
Budget depleted.
There we go again.
Objective critical stratagem available.
And it disengaged.
Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Ready to liberate!
I tried to do. Oh no! I tried to do the objective stratagem. You're surrounded. So there we have it. That was my first attempt at doing a cadet level solo suicide run. It did not end very well. And spoiler alert, my next attempt, which was immediately after this, also did not succeed. Probably partially because it was immediately after this. I did not have time to reflect and analyze this attempt. So I'll be trying to work on that one next, and then trying to progress from there, seeing if we can actually get me to a point where I can complete this challenge. So thank you for watching, and Gamicles signing off.